Shalom, everybody. Hello. Good to see that we have people here, although all the delay of this video with small technical problems. As you know, one of the most hard thing in these times of the COVID is to connect with the people around you, but God give us such a great blessing with all this internet, Zoom things, all the things that we have. It's kind of a blessing. And before we will start to speak about our parasha, our portion this week, Noach, I can just tell you that I heard some of very beautiful things about something that Rabbi Milubavitch is the head, one of the heads of the group called Chabad in the Jewish of the kinds of the Jewish groups, and he was the first one that actually recognized that the internet and all the things that happens in the world, it's something that it's all from God, so we need to use it, and that's what I'm trying to do with this portion every week, every Friday. So it's so good to see that you are here. Please, before we start, please help me and share this video, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram. Help us to spread the message. We are really trying, and I will let you know soon how much Eliezer, my friend here, how much he tried to be here, and it's not just like this for me. I really appreciate it. Botzer just moved from Tel Aviv, from
the north of Israel. Yeah,
I was
welcome, welcome.
You've been in Tel Aviv before, so yeah. He moved to place near to Tzfat, and now it's like in the middle of the moving, yeah.
Yes, but in Shabbat we stop everything. In Shabbat everything stops. But yes, over here it's like a piece of heaven. Tzfat is a very holy city in Israel. There's four holy cities in Israel. There's for sure Jerusalem is the highest. The Jerusalem is fire, and there's Tzfat, that's wind, that's spirit, and there is Tiberias, that's water, and there is Hebron, that's the earth, that's the land. So these are the four dimensions, and also the four holy cities of Israel. Everyone has a very deep history with our journey. So
from all the buildings and everything of Tel Aviv, Eliezer just moved 3 days ago, from Tel Aviv to the middle of the wood. You have like a beautiful house, and I need to come to visit.
Yeah, very soon. Next week.
Eliezer, can you please flip the? Yeah, that's great. Okay, so we will try to do it. I know it's almost impossible to do it in 20 minutes, but we will try to do it as fast that we can, that you can go back and to see the video. I kind of point on a couple of things in our parasha. Our portion is Parashat Noach, and Noach is like a very important man in the history of the world. There is a couple of things that maybe I think that most of you know about Noach. I want to show you, where is it? Okay. One second. Yes. Okay. Something that you may know, I know that it's something that I'm sure that you heard about 7 Noach laws, something like this. There is a different way to say it, the commandment of the rules of 7 rules of Noach. And this is actually the 7 rules of the beginning, before we got the Torah. And this is like the most simple things and rules that we have in the world. And I'm not going to talk about the rules, but I just wanted like to say it and to say that it's here, and I'm sure that you heard about it, and maybe we will speak about it in a different time. So Eliezer, you still with us?
I'm now with you. I'm sorry. I'm very,
All right. I just said that there is like the 7 rules of Noah. I started to say, and I said that I don't want to focus on these 7 rules in this portion, but I want like just to say that we have these rules that came before the Brit, before the statement with in the desert with Israel. It was before, and this is kind of the beginning of the rules of the world. And I just wanted to mention it and then to move forward. So I think that the famous thing in our Persian is, of course, the storm and the boat of Noah. So Noah, I will just say very quick, like the story, like as I'm telling the story to my kids. So there was a tzaddik, very good man called Noah, and Noah chosen by tzaddik. You can see the word here. I would wrote it in Hebrew and in English, and he chosen by God to be the only one that's going to survive a big storm, that's going to wash the world. What?
The flood. He's going to survive the flood.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is like very interesting and something that I can't, when you read it, you can't understand why God, if God wants to destroy the world, why does he need water? Why does he need rain? Why does he need to float everything? What God can, can do whatever he wants. He can close the light and that's it. He can we read in the last portion that God can create by words. So why does he need all this rain and all these things? This week,
even though God promised us after the flood that there won't be another flood to the world.
Wait.
Yes. Wait. Oh, here we are. Yes. Short on time, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you will speak about it and about the rainbow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's your
and also about the tzaddik. They say the verses that in his generation, there's a question: if he was a tzaddik, a holy man, of his generation only, or in every generation he would be considered a tzaddik, a holy man. So why do they ask all this question? Yes, because he was the only one, like you said, that in his generation survived the flood. So why do they ask it off? He was a holy man. So the comments say that he had 300 years to build the ark, and in these 300 years he could have brought everyone to change their actions also. But that's one of the comments. So we see that it's also a level over here of being good yourself, but also helping the world also.
So one of the beautiful things that I heard from someone Hasidic, kind of explanation of why God needs all this rain and everything, like he can do whatever he wants, is God. So he sent me to a very beautiful, interesting verse that say, I will do a share screen here. Wait a second. Okay, doesn't matter. I don't find it now, but it's talking about that Noah going to build the boat, and it's going to be in the boat for 40 days. And he asked me, what is reminding me? So I know that it's going to be very surprising, and it's not what everything will say. Everybody will say maybe the Exodus or 40 years, or maybe I don't. There is a lot of things with the number 40, but one of the things that it's really surprising is the you know what is 40 si'ah, Eliezer?
Yeah, it's an amount. It's an amount also like for mikveh, for water.
Okay.
That's how we fix. That's how we go and pure ourselves in the water. Yes,
Yeah.
it's nice to see in the picture, brother. It's nice. Now
So,
I see you.
You see me now?
I see
Okay.
us.
So I'm just open just to if you want to understand, this is si'ah. It's a number that you count. It's a very old way to count. And this is how it's look. This is si'ah. And this is the 40 like this is the minimum of a mikveh, a place when you can do a ritual wash in the Jewish faith. This is the minimum number. So there's like kind of connection between the what? Yeah. I thought you said something. What's up? So there is like a very interesting connection between the way that God like kind of wash the world with the number of 40, because as I said, God could do everything He wants. You don't need to wash. You don't need to do a storm. We don't need to do anything. If you want like that everybody will die and only Noah will survive, you can do it in a lot of different way. But I think that one of the things that happened between the generation of Noah to the generation that will come after Noah, that they just did kind of something very spiritual happened to them. And there's like kind of a connection between what's happened in the world to the way that we are washing ourselves in the ritual wash in the mikveh. So our next word will be, I just put it here that you can see. You can see the word mikveh and ritual wash. And it's called in Hebrew tvilah. And this is the way of counting in the I think it is when they count like this in se'ah, 40 se'ah, in the first temple, the second, or both.
You're asking me, brother?
Yeah.
I'm with you. What are you asking about? The amount of se'ah?
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't with you. 1 second. What's the amount of se'ah? It's like more or less a meter on a meter. That's more or less the amount. So
I found like this translation of the situation of the storm like very interesting, because for me the way that God acts in this situation was kind of a mystery for me for years. Why God need to do something like this? So I think you understood it, and I want to speak now about another thing that I saw in this portion that very, very interesting, because as you know, we can't read all the portion, we can't read all the parasha. We can just focus on a couple of things. So Eliezer, I want you to speak a little bit about the rainbow, and after it, I want to speak
what to say about the rainbow. I think the whole world, in a way, it's like, it's maybe being sarcastic, but it's the truth, because the rainbow started from after the flood, and the rainbow is a sign that God won't destroy the world. Hello, the rainbow is a sign that God won't destroy the world. So in a lot of ways, maybe this is also a reminder today, that people, that we all, relate to different things. And it shows also the mercy of God and the love of God to all of His children and to all what the world goes through. It became today a flag, the color of the rainbow. I think that also symbolizes the beauty and the mercy of God to all of His children.
And we have a very interesting prayer that in the Jewish prayers we need to say when we see a rainbow.
Zocher Brit.
Exactly. Yes. So if you look Yeah, so I just made a share screen about the word Brit. And Brit, it can be agreement,
And
testament, yeah. So this is like after that Noah, the Noah going down from his boat, going to the land. This is the first time that God made a Brit, kind of a testament with the humans, because the first things that God did with Adam and Eve in heaven, as we read in our last portion, it wasn't kind of a Brit, it wasn't agreement, it wasn't a testament. It was kind of a rules that God said to Adam. But here is the first time that God telling us, I will never do something like this again. And this is something that I ask myself a lot this week when I wanted to speak about this portion and to ask myself what do I want to talk about. So this was something like, I think the most interesting things for me to do kind of a research. Why does God doing this kind of thing? And as I told you before, for me, it was kind of a wash, kind of a ritual wash that he did to the world. And I didn't say it just like this. I found another translation, explanation, not translation, explanation about this portion, about a very strange story with Noah when he went down from his boat to the land. What is the first thing that he do?
What the vein? The vein of wine?
Yeah.
Yeah. He planted a vein of wine. Yeah, right.
And this is like super strange story, because he planted a vein of wine, of vineyard, and he made a wine from it. And actually this word vineyard is geffen, by the way, geffen in Hebrew. And then he got drunk. This man, this good man, this Noah, the tzaddik, got drunk, and he's lying down in his tent, naked. And Noah have 3 kids, Ham, Yefet, and Shem. And Ham entering to the tent and sees his father naked. And what does he do? What's the first thing that he do? He started to scream.
He went to his brother. No, the younger went to his brothers.
Yeah.
But the olders, they covered their eyes. They went backwards. Yes.
Yeah, but the first thing that Ham do is like to shout and say, "Whoa! What's happening?" And
yes,
this is the first thing that he do. So, for me, like in my instinct, when I hear this kind of a story, I'm telling myself, okay, he was shocked. He trying to protect his father. I don't know. And then his 2 brothers coming inside.
It was cursed. Actually, it was cursed because he called his brothers. Yes.
All right. And then his brothers coming inside the tent, taking a blanket, putting the blanket on their back, and going back forward to their father without looking at him and covering him. And then after this story, like, I don't know, very strange story that happening right after that they are coming to the land. Noah said to Ham, the one that shout that hey, my father is naked. I'm going to curse you that you will be the slave of your brothers. This is super strange. Super strange. Like, Noah wasn't did the bad things. Okay, he got drunk. His brother was shocked, called the other brothers, trying to do some things, and then like the father waking up and cursed the small brother. What is this story? And I found a very interesting explanation about the difference between the generation of Noach to the new generation that will come after. And why does Noach curse Ham? By the way, Ham is the father of Canaan, and Canaan, we know that Canaan had a lot of things with Israel will have a lot of things with Israel later, and maybe until today we don't really sure. And so I found Eliezer. If you want to
I will join you again in 5 minutes.
Okay.
About the Babel Tower, about the Babel Tower. Okay,
Great.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Something small. Okay. Goodbye, brother.
So the things that I saw is like very interesting thing about the word tikkun. Tikkun, it's meant to fix. Okay, so the generation that before and the generation of Noah was a generation that had kind of two lines. You see the lines here? They had in the life two lines. How do we know it? We know from Adam and Eve when they ate from the fruit of knowledge, from the tree of knowledge, they got punishment. So there was, again, it's not a bad and good, but there was two lines. If you're going to do bad things, you're going to have response. And this generation was act the same as Ham act. Ham act is so like something that it's not allowed, as I told you in the 7 rules of Noach before, to see your father naked, it's something that you are not allowed to do. And they knew it. So Ham just shout, no, we're going to have a punishment. But the difference between Ham and his brothers is that at the first time in the history of the universe, his brothers doing something very, very special. They are coming and trying to do tikkun. They're trying to fix. And they're adding kind of another line. You can see here in the middle, I just wrote it. Another line in the middle of these two lines. And this line called tshuva. When you want to fix something, when you see something bad, the things that you need to do is to act like Yefet and Shem. What they did, they saw something bad that their father did. Instead of shouting and kind of a shaming that they're doing, like that Ham did to his father, by mistake. I don't think that he wanted to do a shaming, but this is what happened. They do it totally different. They saw something wrong. They just took the blanket, they covered their father, and then they did tikkun. They fixed. They tried to do tshuva. And I think, Eliezer, I want to ask you, what do you think about, you are on mute. I want to ask you, what do you think about this idea? Because I think that our generation is like, we're still kind of the generation of the kids of Noach, because we know that we are the sons of Shem. And we know that the world was built from the sons of Noach. So I think that for me, it was really connected to the things that we spoke last portion about the shaming, about what we are saying, about how fast we can take someone and start to shout it is not okay. And the difference between Ham and Yefet and Shem is that Yefet and Shem came to fix with silence, with a lot of anava, help me, I forgot to say it in English.
Modesty.
Yeah. And they just fixed it. What do you think about it?
I think it's a beautiful idea, brother. I like the idea. I think I relate to it very much. Here, I would share with you also, because we're running now also to a performance fast in Sefat. So just before Shabbat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, brother. Yes. But it's beautiful meeting with you like this, and meeting with all of you friends, and Yair with your friends over here, on your YouTube page. So it's beautiful. And maybe I will share with you another subject that there is in the portion about the Babel Tower, the Babylon Tower, the Babel Tower. And it's also related, I think, very much to what you just now spoke about, Yair, about our fixing as humans. And mainly the story of the Babel Tower is that people build the tower to fight God. And the unity of people didn't go to the right direction. And what God did over there is split the people to different languages. That's where it started, the different languages. So maybe it relates also today, like you spoke about our times. How could it relate to our times as well? So maybe, in all of this environment, I would share with you. Just remember, there's a song I wrote in English. So I'll play it like this, okay? We're still not organized.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, Babel Tower, Babylon Tower. Okay, it's just about this portion, okay? When I get out of my ghetto and I open my eyes, I see the big world and I recognize that people are people, humans are humans, idols are idols, and a man needs a woman. Every society has its lobby. War is the movement, peace is the hobby. Every community has its fanatics. It begins with identity, but the majority are addicts. In the Babylon Tower, in the Babylon Tower, in the Tower of Babel, it all began. When I stop following my shadow and I close my eyes, I see inside myself all these things I despise. Ego, desires are mixed with my manners. I recognize the world was one already. One language, one mentality, no competition, just humanity, but no reason, no purpose. We all were even in being hopeless. It's a Babylon Tower. It's a Babylon Tower. It's the Tower of Babel we're building here again. My only one, please stay with me. I build a castle to set us free. While this freedom became our slavery. It's a Babylon Tower. It's a Babylon Tower. It's the Tower of Babel we're building here again. Shabbat Shalom, brother. I love you so much.
Wow.
I love you so much, brother. And all of your friends. Have a Shabbat Shalom from the north of Israel, from the Galilee. Everyone's welcome after the quarantine. Shabbat Shalom. Yair, love you, brother. Levi, love you so much. Here, Ariel, my daughter. Hey, Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, brother.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, friends. Shabbat Shalom.
Wow, what a song. Eliezer is a very special artist and a friend, and every time that wow, it shocked me every time again and again, and wow, I want to hear this song. I never heard it. Okay. All right, so I think we are in 29 minutes, so we are starting to getting close to the 20 minutes Torah portion. So as I said before, for me it was really important to focus about two things, and it started from the idea of the rules of the 7 rules of the sons of Noah. That I said in the beginning. If you want to read about it, you can read it on Google, and we can do kind of a lesson if you want one day about it. But it's not what I wanted to focus. And then we spoke about the why God need to wash the whole world, and we understood that there is like connection with these 40 days of washing to the 40 se'ah, the number that we need in a mikveh, in a bath of ritual wash in the Jewish faith. So we started to understand that God can to do spiritual things to the world with water, and we started to understand, and we can see it in Christianity, in the Islam, and in the Jewish faith. You can see it even in China, that there is something with water. Like water is something very interesting, what you want to do. I don't know. I don't think that anyone can explain it, but it's something really deep. So God used the water to wash the world. And then we spoke about this very special story, and I don't know to call it, but it's so strange that Noah, the good man Noah, just getting drunk, and his son saw him, and all this message that I wanted like to tell you with his sons. And that's it. If you have any questions, so now I'm here on the chat with you. I'm seeing the chat. I can see the chat, and I will answer your questions. And it's not have to be only questions. You can just say ideas if you think about things that maybe you have an idea about this portion. So just let me know. I'm starting to read the chat. So, and if you want to let me know where you are from, so let's do it. And I see people that I see a couple of times here. Hello, Aileen. Okay. Hello, Kayla. Okay. Does water really keep demons away? There is a very interesting story about the Rambam. He was a very important rabbi in the history of the Jewish people. He went from I don't remember where, but he just moved to Egypt. I think it was 400 years ago, something like this. And when he moved to Egypt, he was a rabbi and a doctor too. And when he moved to Egypt, there was a lot of problems. A medical doctor, with pandemics and a lot of things like demons, a lot of things. And he just started to explain them that in the Jewish faith, we're washing ourselves, we're doing a ritual wash every day. We are washing our hands before we are eating, and he started to teach them these things, and then he just cleaned the areas that he lived, and his name started to be more and more known by these things, by washing with waters, these things that he took from the Bible, and eventually he became the doctor of the king of Egypt. So he was a very important guy, and a lot of rules that we know right now, and a lot of explanation of the Bible in these days coming from him, Rambam, if you want to read on Google. All right, I'm reading more questions. I'm learning about Torah and in Zambian, very interesting, and I'm waiting to learn more and more. Thank you, Catherine. Isabella saying Shabbat Shalom, my brother, man, friend, just want to say love you all so much. Love you back. Thank you for being here with us. I want to see more questions. Okay, Ruby said, did God really say he will not destroy the world, or did he say he will not destroy it with flood? No, he said it, he won't destroy the world. That's what he said. I can try to find it. I can find it if you want, and to see it in English too. Something very special. Another thing that happening in this Persian is that in the first time after the Noah going down from the boat, is the first time that we see that God started to talk about the seasons. So before the flood, there was no seasons in the world. I can show you, and then I will go back to the. It's very interesting. I will go back to the question about the Brit, the testament. You can see here that after, like, the world changed after this flood. So God said, we're talking about chapter 8 in Bereshit. God said, so long as the earth exists, we will move forward. Cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night should not kiss. So it's the first time. It's connected to the question because this is not the statement, but this is like the first thing that changed. That God bring us the seasons. Wait a second. We'll find the place. Okay, so here we can find okay, it said in chapter 9, and we're talking about 9 and 10 in chapter 9, Bereshit, Genesis, and I behold the setting up my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living culture that will creature that is with you among the fowl, among the cattle, and among the pits. And in 11, he said, never and never again would flesh be cut by flood water, and would never again be flood to destroy the earth. And wait a second. You know what? It's really interesting. I need to check out these things. You're right. Thank you. I need to do kind of research about it. I didn't remember that he said only about the flood. And you're right. And you're right. I see that you're right. Yeah, he said only with a flood. Yeah. But we know that later, there is another promise from God to Israel and to Abraham and to Jacob that their sons will live forever. So I think that this is like kind of the rest of the statement. So I don't know. I don't see it here. I have to say that it was surprising me. I didn't remember it, but I know that in the future there's a lot of statement about that the sons of Abraham will lead the world and will live for years, for forever. That's it. I'm going back to the questions. Thank you, Ruby, for this. It's very interesting. Let's see if there is another question. It's the mikveh you mentioned part of the Jewish wedding ceremony. Yeah. Actually, the woman until today she have like a lot of things, very important rules about things that you need to do with the mikveh, with the washing. This is something called the health of the, I don't know to say it in English, the health of the family in her responsibility. And the man is a different things, but yeah. So before the wedding, the man and the woman going to do mikveh. You're right. Thank you, brother. Shabbat shalom, my brother. We will be all right by the grace of Adonai. All right. Amen. Thank you so much. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Bia. Rain Cry, say I have a long question and I will try to catch you on Facebook. All right. Please, if you want to send me a messages, so please send it or to my email or send it to my Facebook page, not to my private Facebook account because I don't see it there. That's it. Okay. Ruby said, because in the book of Ishaya, God mentioned that that the earth will be destroyed. Ruby sent me which part, which verse you mean, and we will speak about it later. I must say that one of the things that I realize every time that I'm doing these lives is that there's a big difference between how it's to read it as a Jew that speak Hebrew to read the Bible than the translation to English. So sometimes I can find kind of a gap with the translations, and for me this lesson that I'm trying to do, it's part of it because I understand that I have the skills like to try to help to understand the Hebrew of the portion. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not someone that like know all the secrets. I don't know if there is anyone that know all the secrets, but I totally know that I have that I know to speak Hebrew, so I can help with this. All right. If I will keep the Shabbat in a couple of hours, I think hour from now, if I will keep the Shabbat with all the rules as a Jew, if I will keep the Shabbat, Shabbat will keep and save me. This is this song that I'm going to sing to you right now. כי ישמר השבת אל ישמרני, כי ישמר השבת אל ישמרני, אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני, אותי לעולמי עד בינו וביני. עשו מצחפת, עשו דרכים, גם דבר בו דברי צרכים, דברי סחורה או דברי מלכים, הגה ותורתנו תשמחני. All right, another few questions, and then I will go to prepare myself to take Shabbat. Kayla Marco said, yes, going back to the original holy. Yeah. This is the point here. You're right. Okay, end of time. Prophet said, I heard the Messiah is here, the earth waiting to come to Israel. Is it true? Here on earth. Here on earth. There's a couple of rabbis that saying it. I can say that there's like in the Jewish faith, we believe that every generation have the Messiah, like the spirit of the Messiah is on earth in every generation. The only thing is like to be ready, and if we will be ready, so the Messiah will lead us. This is the Jewish faith, and this is what we believe. So yeah, and it's a little bit connected to the portion about Noach, because Noach is not the Messiah, but he was a very important man in his generation. But for his generation, someone tzaddik and important like him, this is what the generation needed to get. So we are praying every day that we will be ready for the Messiah. Kayla said, and the native Hebrew speaker help us understand the Torah better. And as a native Hebrew. Thank you, Kayla. And by the way, Kayla saying, by the way, your English getting better every week. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying. This is something that I'm trying to do. As you know, was something that for me was kind of surprise, all the things that happen in the world with my music. So I'm trying. That's awesome, Yair. Ruby said, that's awesome, Yair. Levi, do you have Hebrew words in English? Do you have Hebrew words in English? What do you mean? What do you mean Hebrew words in English? Okay, I will try. Right, what do you mean? Mina said, glory of God. Thank you, Mina. Thank you, End of Time Prophet. Okay. So if there is no other questions, so thank you so much for being here with me. We will do it next week at the same time here in 4 p.m. Israeli time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Ruby say for the word for the song. Yeah, you can find Im Eshmerecha, Im Eshmera Shabbat. If I will keep Shabbat, you can find it on my YouTube channel. I think I just sang it with my kid, with my daughter, like very spontaneously. But I think I wrote the name of the song, or maybe I put in the description. I put the word of the song. If not, you can just copy the name of the song and just put it on Google. You will find the translation. End of time, Prophet said, thank you for responding on music, wonderful. I hope the Messiah will unite the world when he will get here. Amen. Are you in Jaffa? No, I'm right now with my parents, my wife parents' house. It's near to. I don't think you will know, but it's in the center of Israel somewhere. Actually, Judah and center in Judah. Yeah. Aileen, I just want to thank you for everything you do for me and everyone else, to always and forever. Thank you, Eileen. Kira Baruch Hashem, dedication and zeal for the Torah. Thank you, Kayla. Salumi said, Hebrew language surprised me a lot. In our native language, we call our fathers Abba. That surprised me a lot. Wow. Salumi, where are you from? Where are you from? It's really interesting. And yeah, if you, I truly believe, and I know that we're just past the 20 minutes, but it's not, we're after the lesson, okay? I truly believe that if we want to really learn Torah, to read the Bible, we must do it in Hebrew. And this is one of the mission that I'm trying to, this is one of the things that I'm trying to do here. Like to try to do it, to bring you like small things from the portion, and that speaking about the language, things that only when you're speaking Hebrew you can understand, and to bring it to you, because I think that most of the other things you can find on Google. This is like the things that I can bring you. Eliav said, what is the topic today? I'm later. Am I late to the parasha? Yeah, you're late, but you can go back whenever you want. So feel free to go back whenever you want, and to hear it. We just made it like, I think actually this time it was 29 minutes. And after it, it's like kind of a small talk and questions, but it was 29 minutes, and I'm really proud of me that I did it with Eliezer. And yeah, there is a lot of surprises in the middle, so go back and see with the song of Eliezer about Babylon Tower. Salumi said from India, brother. Salumi. Oh, we spoke. Yeah, I didn't know you call your father's Abba. It's really interesting. Was it in Jaffa that you sang for Joel Nanton? Yeah. Yeah. In India, say Abba. Okay. We love you. Thank you, Eliyav. We love you. I love you back. Music and love. Toda Rabba, your music inspired me to sing joyfully to Yeshua. Thank you, music and love. Muslim also say Abba. They copied the Jews. They say Abba. They said Abba. Okay. I didn't know. Interesting. So I got through off by the time Eliab was there. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so I think I need to finish. I think I need to finish this live. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you want to read if you miss it like Eliab, so go back to the video. Look in I think we start after 3 minutes to speak about the parasha, about the portion, and we finish in 29 minutes. We did it. I took 3 things in this portion that I think that I want to focus on, and that's what I did with my friend Eliezer that just joins for a couple of minutes and sang a very beautiful song about the Babylon Tower, and that's it. If you have questions or ideas, things that you want to share, feel free to send me an email to my Facebook or Instagram page. Or the best thing I think is to join the Refana Family Facebook group. Just wrote on Facebook Refana Family and you will find it. And if you don't know where is it, I will put the link in the comments. If you have any ideas of things that you want, any question for the next portion or about this portion, so just wrote me in the comments of this video and I will be very happy to answer or to speak, like Ruby that said something very beautiful that I really want to check because I don't know everything, as you know. And I'm really happy to learn. So thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom. We will meet next week, same time. Bye-bye.